Hello students. So through this session we'll go with adjectives and their verbs. Nouns and their verbs we had already revised during the live sessions, and adjective and their verbs also we had discussed earlier actually. But yes, here I will tell you few more, and that also as usual you will write in your fair notebook. So let's start with this. So students, here this side I'll write few of the adjectives and what will be their verb form, that I'll write here. But first of all you should be clear with actually what adjectives are and what are verbs. So adjectives are the describing words definitely, and verbs are the action words. So before using any word in hurry, first of all you have to just use that word in a sentence, that whether it is describing something in your sentence or whether it is acting as an action verb. So accordingly we will decide that whether it is adjective or verb. So starting the examples from here, the first one is able. First one is able. So it's an adjective because this is the word we use actually to describe persons sometimes and many things. So if we'll go with its verb form, it will be enable. Next one is bitter. Bitter, you know what is actually not good for taste, that is bitter. Bitter gourd, that's a vegetable, you must have listened about that, so you can know that. What is the verb form of bitter? Ambitter. Ambitter is the verb form of the adjective bitter. We use this word to describe some vegetables, sometimes fruits. Taste means if we are describing any taste of anything, we use such word. But if we use the verb form of it, so we will not use bitter but will use ambitter. Extra salt, ambitter the dish. Like that, here we are using the verb form, not the adjective. Next one is there, that is black. Definitely if any color is there, so we use colors, name of the colors to describe some person, some things, clothes, many things. But what is the verb form of this? It will be blacken. His negative behavior blackened my thoughts. Here I am using the word, the adjective black, as in verb. Similarly, if I am using bright, the same case is here. Definitely its verb will be brighten. She brightens my life. When I am describing definitely about someone, but here I am using the adjective bright as an verb. And likewise students, many of the words are there, many of the adjectives are there. If you will add en with them, definitely they will change the form into verbs only. So like cheap is there, cheap is the word adjective, and its verb will be cheapen. Now certain is again a word. Why I'm using it as an adjective? Yes, definitely it's an adjective only. When we actually use I know certain people who are very good in English. I know certain people who are very good in English. Here this is the adjectives which are describing the people, that how many people I know. So that's why I'm using this word certain as an adjective here. But if I will have to convert it into verb, what it will be? It will be ascertain. And definitely here its meaning will change somehow. How? Certain, you know. Certain means which is fixed somewhere. And a certain means when you have to confirm about someone. That is a certain. I asked you to ascertain about him. That is the verb form I'm using of this word certain. Next is there deep. Again the same thing will be there. It's an adjective, and when we'll add en with this, it will become an adverb. Deepen. Now one more adjective is there, that is different. The both sisters are different from each other. I'm somehow describing the sisters that they are not alike but they are different. Adjective I'm using, but if I will have to use it as a verb, I will use differ, not the word different. So differ will become verb. Now some more. Equal, very common word, you must have listened many a time. In many subjects you have listened that word equal. Equal, you know that which are equal, actually what should I say, equal is an adjective, sorry. But yes, if we'll have to use it as a verb, it will become equalize. I want milk as equal as you have given to my brother. I want to make this milk equalize. So here I am using this verb here in this sentence, and on the other hand, if we are going with this only, it's an adjective. Likewise, false is the word. I don't like false promises. Why it's an adjective? Because this word is describing in this sentence the promises, which kind of a promises I don't like. So I'm describing with this word false. I don't like false promises. But on the other hand, if I will have to use it as a verb, so it will become falsify. He tries to falsify me. He tries to falsify me simply. I will not give any other sentence. So definitely here I am using it as a verb instead of adjective. Likewise, next word we have full. I have a pot full of water. So here I am describing the pot, so that's why it's an adjective here. But if I will have to use it as a verb, I will use fill. I want to fill my pot with water. So here I am using this as a verb. So this difference actually becomes everywhere whenever you will go with such words. Even in the chapters also we have seen many a times. So these words actually makes the difference, and we should somewhere aware about these things, so that we should not use any wrong words anywhere, and we should know that what are adjectives and what are verbs. That difference must be clear to us. Next word I am giving you here, fresh. Fresh is the word. I love fresh flowers. So describing the flower, so that's why it's an adjective. But what will be its verb form? Refresh. I feel refresh, or you can say these flowers refreshed me, like that. Here I'm using this word as a verb, and here it's an adjective. Likewise, next one we have glad. Glad, you know, which is happy, that is glad. Okay, so like I love the child who used to be glad every time. But if I'll have to use its verb form, it will be gladden. He gladdened the children whenever he meets them. Similarly, same thing will repeat here in this word hard, and the verb form of this will be harden. Hard is the adjective and the harden will be its verb. Similarly, less, lesson. As I have told you that many of the words are there, even if you will use en along with them, so they will convert into verb and they will not remain adjectives anymore. So that thing you will keep in mind, and definitely you know that if you had done the tenses, so you must be aware that which form actually you will use, which verb form you will use. So with that also you must be clear. So students, whatever words are given to you, that is enough for today, and you will note down all these in your fair notebook. And yes, we'll continue with these only in our next video. Thank you.